guys, I'm going to try to talk about God as I understand him, which is probably different than most of you, but different perspectives are helpful sometimes. Now, a lot of people get on capital G God as some sky daddy that grants wishes. I don't think of him that way. I think of him as a spiritual, energetic system of cause and effect. I do think of him as being both good and evil within this system. And when you are worshiping God is good all the time, you're not worshiping some dude. You're worshiping goodness with your time, actions, attention, all that stuff. And when you're putting that out into the world, you get your blessings. And then there's the other way. And they say that comes back to you too. It's cause and effect. And what the teachings describe is that cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? And yes, we do need literature to reground us in what is actually good, because you got people worshiping things they think are good these days that are totally demonic, or just because they feel good. Now, climaxing or ejaculation feels good, but how do you get there? You know, what's the intention behind it? Yeah, it feels good physiologically, but what are you doing to get that? Same with money. Earning tons of money feels good, even giving some away, but how did you get it? What ripple effect did you put out in the world to get all that money? You can say I did no harm, but what were you yoked to? Maybe that company paid you a lot of money, but they're dumping tons of poison into stuff or whatever. Say, oh, it's not part of my world. Well, it is, and it does come back, whether you want to be naive to it or not. And it's a tough way to live. In this world, trying to be righteous, trying to be honest. This world seems to really reward the other way, but it always comes back too. And sometimes it can seem like when you're trying to walk the right path, you're not getting any reward at all. In fact, you're suffering for it. What a turnoff, right? But you do get blessings. You get huge blessings you probably taken for granted. Stuff that those rich people or whoever's getting rewarded in any way, you want to get rewarded, would probably kill for. But there are blessings that money cannot buy. Or, you know what I'm saying? But we have to, the reason the Sky Daddy interpretation is there is because as human beings and persons, we have to personify things to have a relationship with it. You dig? That's how we're built. Oh. Shoot, almost got in an accident. Road construction. Sorry about that. But no, we personify things to have a relationship. Think about it. Like, we give our cars a name. You know, if we use an inanimate object a lot, kids name stuffies. They're not real, but they sit there and play with them and give them a personality and everything else. That's how we're built. So with things like spirituality, it's too intangible to grasp and work with unless we make it into a person. You dig? And yes, my belief is God acts like a father. He totally does. He will let you fall and help you back up. Whereas, generally, a mother will prevent you from falling altogether and you'll never learn the lesson. Not that the feminine energy does not hold value in lessons and teach you important things. I'm just saying that's why it's called the father. Everybody wants to get into this patriarchy, where if you actually study the teachings, it gives great value to the feminine. You understand? If not equal, it just works in a different way. And they work together. But what you see right now, everybody thinking these are good movements, they're clashing. Division, that's the devil's work. And if you're involved in that, you are worshiping destruction, bad stuff. Good, bad. Which one are you worshiping? Half the people don't even know because they just do whatever the TV's telling them to do. There's no discernment. You only usually get that when you're working on the good side, so you can see what the heck is going on. It's pretty simple stuff. Just shift your angle a little bit. You know, look at it from the front and the back. Some people be looking at the back and then they get to the front and go, ugh. You know what I mean? Have a good day.